Construction sites manifest a moment of change. Something new rises, something old crumbles, something different develops. But we all know it takes longer than a moment. It can take from weeks to months to years for construction to be finished. During this time, the construction sites becomes a part of the city, and I wanted to investigate what this interaction between a construction site and the city looks like. I started this investigation by walking through the city. As I was walking, I tumbled over this. Oh nice, the sidewalks all closed. Alright, gotta use the other side of the road. So, few steps back and over the crosswalk. Oh, now I see why the sidewalk's closed. There's a construction going on. Look, they even use one lane of the road. Wait, I'll show you from a different angle. Well, that also explains all the traffic. And also on this side, there's no way of getting by without using the crosswalk. But wait, it looks like there might be a small path. If you step closer, you can read the sign. Looks like a path to a kindergarten. It's just a small path, but if you follow it, you really get to the entrance. And another nice feature that this brings is that all the strollers are now dry and safe under a newly built roof. But let's continue our journey to this idyllic and quiet road with all these nice houses. What's that? If you look around the corner, looks like a big construction site with even bigger crane. Well, seems as if they really are productive. Ooh, and what's that? They also built a new roof for the neighbor's entrance, so they can get safe and dry to their cars. I really like it when construction sites pay attention to the needs of the neighbors. Just like this construction site. They also built a new roof for the neighbors, so they are all covered and safe. And they also paid attention to the drivers going by and drew a new orange line. But what's it even good for? There's nothing on the road. All of the posts are perfectly placed on the sidewalk, just like this one. Oh wait, they're not. This last one decided to be just off. Well, alright, at least he's safe behind the line. And then I stumbled over this picturesque construction site. If we have a closer look, you might wonder why the scaffold is suddenly getting wider. One might think it's because of the workers' need for space. Who believes in that is completely wrong. It's of course to protect the outside tables of the cafe on the ground floor. Here you can enjoy the last sunbeams of the day with a nice cup of coffee and feel perfectly protected by the newly built roof over you. The same happens with the BIM station that got presented with an additional roof to make the wait for the BIM more comfortable. All those construction sites also pay a lot of attention to the security of the pedestrians and cover the posts with flag tape. Of course, the one used less, therefore the other one more. Some even cover the posts of the traffic signs in their area. This is very useful for people like me who are always distracted by their thoughts or their mobile phones and don't pay attention to what is in front of them, so the risk of bumping into them is reduced. But if you try to bump into some, I would recommend you those posts. They are perfectly covered with a soft fabric, not like these ones. If you try to bump into them, I recommend you to wear a helmet. But because they are not covered in flag tape, they add a nice industrial look to the front of the hairdresser. But in my opinion, the real beauty of this design can only be appreciated at night. While talking about the difference between day and night, I had to think about this other construction site. If you go there during the day, you may be able to see some construction workers, but it would just look like an ordinary construction site. But if you'd go there at night, you would realize all those lights behind the curtains and realize that this construction site is also the home to people. But you can also realize this by some other details, like here. Can you see it? Well, look closer. If you look really close, you can see the satellite dish which one of the inhabitants added to the outside of the scaffold. And because his neighbors thought this was a smart idea, they did the same. Those are just some of the details I noticed that show the interaction between the site and the city. Try it out for yourself and see what stories the details tell you.